Avoid this costly mistake when booking your non-interview waiver US appointment on AVITS. All right, so when you have been approved by the US Embassy, so the next thing is to click on pending appointment. Then it takes you to this first place where you need to answer the questions correctly. So the first question that will pop up is this the first time you apply for a US visa? Yes, the answer is not yes. So what I mean is that you will need a Dropbox appointment if you have not had a US visa before, or if you currently do not hold a US visa. So this is for people who have a US visa or who have had it and it hasn't expired for more than 48 months. So the answer is going to be a no. This is not your first time of applying for a US visa. Then it takes you to the next question you need to answer correctly, and the question is, was your previous US visa refused? Then the answer obviously have to be no, because anyone who has been refused is not qualified for a Dropbox appointment or an interview waiver. So it means that if you had a US visa before and you applied for a renewal and you went for an interview and you were refused, you are not qualified for an interview waiver. But if you have not been refused after your previous visa, then you can apply for an interview waiver. So the answer is a no, it wasn't refused. Then when you answer it, it takes you to the next one. Be careful how you answer these questions, because if you don't answer them correctly, it's just going to take you to the regular appointment, which would make you have issues with your appointment. Definitely you will not be qualified to have a Dropbox appointment, which means that you need to go for an interview, and many people try to avoid interview. So the next phase, which is the third phase, is where you've previously issued a full validity multiple entry visa. Yes, absolutely, you choose yes. Then it takes you to the next place where you have to include it's asking a question like, is your nationality the same as it was at the time of your issuance of your previous visa? Your correct answer have to be yes. Then it takes you to this next stage. Provide the details of your latest visa. So here you're going to provide if the visa is still in your possession, maybe on your old passport or on your current passport. If it's on your old passport, you can still carry it along, so you submit it together with your new passport. All right, so the previous type of visa, it can be a B1, B2, depends on the kind of visa that was issued to you, but this one is for B1, B2. So you choose a B1, B2, then it asks for the visa annotation. This, if you don't get this right and you don't get it correctly, I bet you that it is going to take you to the regular appointment, which means that you are not qualified to apply for a Dropbox appointment, and there will be no changes. So be careful. So how you can know your visa annotation is you check your passport and you check your visa issue, the last visa issued to you, and see what was written there. Most of the time it's always empty, so you have to choose empty. Empty is the right answer to choose. So when you choose empty, then it asks you where was it issued, like in Nigeria, Abuja or Lagos. You choose any of the two and all. Then it takes you to the next stage where you're getting close to the calendar. So are you currently in possession of your passport covering the entire period of your time? Okay, are you currently in possession of your passport covering the entire period of the time since you received the full validity visa, including a passport with your most recent visa? So the answer is yes, you're currently with the passport. You are in possession. If you are not in possession, at the Dropbox center, you will not be able to drop your passport, because it's an instruction given by the US Embassy. Then it takes you to the next phase, where you need to also indicate if you are applying for the same visa, which absolutely have to be a yes. You cannot have a B1, B2 visa and want to do a Dropbox for an F1 or F2 visa. It will not work. Your passport will be returned back and your visa fee could be gone. So the next question is your last visa still valid, or did it expire less than 48 months? In this place, you need to be sure that your visa is still within the 48 months expiration. So if it's more than that, you are not qualified, and if it is in between that months, you're still qualified. And also you need to know that you can also apply for a Dropbox if it is 3 months to the expiration. So the correct answer is yes. Have you ever traveled to the US after your 14th birthday? Some people miss this place. If you miss it, it's going to take you to a regular appointment. So every question have to be answered correctly, otherwise you find it difficult to get to the next phase. So the answer absolutely have to be a yes. I'm going to explain this to you, why it has to be a yes, but that will be in the next video. Thank you. So have you been arrested or convicted? Please make sure you answered them correctly. But here, the person who this application this person has never been arrested or convicted before, so the answer is a no. So this next phase will ask you if you've worked in the US without authorization. The answer has to be no, because it is against the US law for you to work with a B1, B2. So it's against the non-immigrant law. So please make sure you choose no. Then it takes you to almost to the last phase, where based on your responses, now this is where you now have to be happy. Then it says, do you wish to apply by using the interview waiver program? So your answer absolutely have to be a yes, because interview waiver program helps you to submit your passport without an interview. So many people are trying to avoid that, and I think it's the best. If you have your US visa, please keep up to date, get information so that you don't miss out. So it takes you to the next phase, where you have to choose your delivery. Then you choose your delivery where you want it. Is it in Lagos, in Abuja? Then it takes you to calendar UP. So here right now, you choose your preferred appointment date. Then you have your calendar and you choose the date that you want. All right, so I hope this video is helpful. Kindly subscribe. Thank you.